What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here getting my 10,000 steps in here at the wonderful Riverwalk. You guys know we've been the #1 Riverwalk in the country for several years now, and I think that's going to continue. This place hasn't even reached its final form. They keep doing more and more to it to expand it and make it better. And I'm here for it. The Rinsen behind me, this is an iconic landmark. The two rear towers that are right by my hand, it appears they're gonna get smashed down in order to make room back there for more shopping and restaurants. I don't know what the hell they doing with this right here. This is just some space for the moment. But while we got a second and we got a bench and there's a little bit of shade over here, let me kick it with y'all. So you guys know I've been keeping track of Michelle Obama's podcast with her brother IMO, and it does look like she's starting to get better at it. I was criticized before for offering constructive criticism simply because I said the podcast initially, it wasn't very good. People were like, well, look at where you're at and look at where she's at or whatever. I mean, that's true, but I'm an invisible person where this is the former first lady. So of course she's going to have a bigger following out the gate than I do. She's been out there, man. So comparing her to me, saying that she's doing better than me, I mean, you're not doing her any favors comparing her to me. Anyway, I didn't mean any harm when I was saying this. It's just, I think the difference with me and a lot of people is that I went to art school, so I'm used to critiques. We don't take critiques as something to be offended about. When you show somebody your work, they tell you how you can make it better. Then no one tells you, oh, this is amazing, yada, yada, yada. We're in art school. We're all good. I want to know what I can do to make it better. So I've always had that mindset, and when I'm critiquing something, it's not me trying to be offensive. It's not me trying to drag them. It's me like, hey, I want to see you winning. What tweaks could we do to make this better? And I apply those same critiques to myself as well. I'm not above them. But I've been paying attention to her podcast, and I have seen that it's getting a bit better. She's starting to have notable guests on. She's had Taraji on. She's had Tracy Ellis Ross on. She's starting to say things that could be clipped, which is very good. That's going to be very good. That's going to draw clicks to her and possibly subscribers. She's very careful with her words, but she's starting to open up a little bit more, which also is good because she is the draw, not her brother. She's the draw. You are the wife of easily the most popular Democrat president in history. People want to know about you. Like, you asking questions about this and that. No, people want to know more about you. So she's opened up a bit more, and I think that's great. But some may not think it's so great because she was talking about, and her brother kind of handed her a layup here about, basically investing in a man that has no money, that's broke. And she was like, she did that. And sisters, I love you, but boy, was y'all triggered about that, because the most common thing that's said about modern black women is that they want the black man to come already rich, already successful. They're not willing to invest in that man and, watch him become what he's supposed to be. Yeah, they didn't like that very much. They were like, well, he was already a grad from this, and he already was a community activist and all this sort. That don't mean that he was about to be successful. That don't mean that he was about to be successful at all. How many people out here have college degrees and aren't successful. I mean, there's tons of black women out here because they brag about being the most educated. It's tons of black women out here that are buried in student debt and are down bad right now. They strong and independent, and it's not working out for them. So to say that was very disingenuous. But they're like, oh, well, but she knew what he was going to do. He was already on the grind, this and that. It basically just seemed like they were making excuses for why they never tried to work with a man to get further. I hear all this power couple talk stuff. It's very popular in our community. All the power couple, goals and all that. But I seldom actually see our sisters living that. Here's Michelle Obama that is a testament to that. I mean, people could say that they're a power couple. I don't think she views them as one, but a lot of people do view them as a power couple. She believed in her man and rode that wave all the way to the White House. That was a heck of a catch right there. But I think sisters are looking at the type of low down bum dudes that they keep popping out kids for and are thinking, I won't invest in him. And no one expects you to. No one expects you to invest in a bum. We're talking about a guy that has his mind made up that he's trying to go places. Don't invest in a bum. Absolutely not. But the thing is that those guys that they have their mind made up, what direction they want to go in, what they want to do, y'all don't really be wanting them. And that's unfortunate. Barack Obama, how many of y'all would like him today as he is now? How many of y'all definitely would have loved him to be with him when he was president? But when he was that broke guy, Barry, that was, paying his dues and trying to make it, y'all wouldn't have messed with him either. Y'all wouldn't have. Y'all could say that she invested in him because of this, and this. But if you had the opportunity to invest in him with that same hand, you still would have passed on him. So it was a lot of coping going on, man. And I thought it was very amusing. So she's starting to get this podcast formula down. And I'm glad to see it. She's starting to have on better guests, ask better questions, talk about herself more, and make viral clips that circle the internet. The thing is that when you're doing this whole social media stuff, there is no negative attention really unless you involved in some silly stuff like Unc Shay in right now. If it's just you made some opinion that people hate you for or whatever, that's not necessarily bad for business. If people are reacting emotionally to the stuff that you're saying, you're probably doing something right in this space anyway. Some of my most popular videos were videos that people got really angry about, reacted emotionally to. And it wasn't that I was trying to trigger that at all. I was giving my genuine take. They just hated it because it didn't align with theirs. They have a belief, I have a belief, and because we have different beliefs, we can't just agree to disagree. They have to come typing in my comments, writing insults about how I'm wrong and how I'm stupid and how people, my family should be embarrassed of me. I should be embarrassed as a black man that I don't support people just because they're black and all that, all that sort of stuff. None of it bothers me, of course, because I know that that's just par for the course when you're visible, when you put yourself out there. But nonetheless, some of my most viewed videos have been ones that got people engaging. Some people, they've engaged in videos for a lot of positive stuff and some not so positive. Negativity does sell though. I see that now. Even though I don't really try to lean into it, I see it does really sell. If Michelle Obama were to start doing her podcast where she starts talking bad about Barrack, it will blow the hell up. Really, it will blow up. It's trickling now. It's still gaining steam, but it's a trickle. But if she started going on there saying out-of-pocket stuff, revealing stuff about him that he don't want people to know, or just in general seeming unhappy married and whatnot, yeah, she'd hop over 1 million subs, I swear, in a couple weeks. I'm gonna leave it there though, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and keep stepping. I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.